Hello, class. Good morning. Welcome to ESLL 51, Academic Communication, Note-Taking, and College Success. So my name is Jimmy Bowie. I will be the adjunct professor for this course. I was notified about Wednesday, so please bear with me. I'm working on updating everything, right? And so I believe I have the syllabus up here, a little bit about myself. I've been at Folsom Lake College for about 2 years now, and I really enjoy teaching ESL. It's a lot of fun. These videos are not the best. I am not a video editor, and so I am just recording a meeting on Zoom with zero editing, hoping that these videos can add a little bit to our class and allow for me to explain certain things. And so in this video, I just want to sort of review the class, the expectations, right, and how to be successful. Starting with the syllabus, this class is an online asynchronous class. Okay, and so what that means is we do not have a Zoom meeting. We don't have a scheduled time. Um, for example, Thursday at 4 o'clock, you have to be in Zoom. To confirm again, you do not have to. So the way this course works, an asynchronous course, we will be using like a block format. And so the way the lessons are designed, okay, there's going to be a couple things and I'll explain. We will use Canvas primarily, and everything will be in a block schedule, sort of a weekly schedule, rather. So, for example, this first week of college, I will open a set amount of assignments and things for you to review. And this week, it's really just going to be understanding yourself with the core syllabus, purchasing the book, and maybe a couple of very small assignments just to get yourself familiar with how the class works. But essentially, in a week, the 7 days, you will have time to complete the work at your own time. So modules will open up on Sunday. Sometimes I will open them a day or two before to give you a head start, and they will end on Saturdays at 11:59 p.m. Whenever it is convenient for you. I know a lot of you may be parents working, right? And so it is very difficult to have a set time for you to join a Zoom meeting. This format works perfectly for those individuals who have busy lives, as most of you do. And so, yeah, there will be a couple of things, Canvas, Spark platform, and I'll get a little more into that in a little bit here. So Canvas course code, I believe originally your professor was Professor Page. So I hope she is an amazing professor and person. I just hope I can do half as good as she would. This is a course code. You might have noticed that professor change. Again, I just hope I can be half as good as she is. Final exam, instead of having a specific date and time, I will give you a week to complete the final. More on that during December, of course, on instructions, but it will be you'll be familiar at this point how the class works and how to complete your assignments and exams, and it will sort of be in the same format. Best way to contact me, phone, email, either is fine. I have my email on my phone, so both work perfectly. As soon as I would get a phone call or a text message, it is the same as an email, and I'm checking that regularly every day, primarily because this class is asynchronous, and I know you need continual support. So please don't hesitate to reach out. I do sleep regular hours, like 9 to 6 a.m. And so if you need something urgent at that time, it's going to have to be until the next morning. Unfortunately, I don't stay up very late. I'm old and fragile, and so I need to sleep, right? I need to rest my body and my bones here. So yeah, office hours. Um, Currently, I'm gonna put this out there at 1:30 to 2:45. I do want to reiterate something in this video, and I'll update this in Canvas as well. I believe I only am required to have 2 hours a week for a Zoom. And so I'm putting this out there and it's about 5 hours a week. There may be days I cannot be there. And so I can confirm that I'll meet the 2 hours a week for sure, three, maybe four. I'm open to appointments. We can meet on Zoom on Saturdays, Sundays. For the most part, evenings would work. Just again, because this class is asynchronous and a lot of you may be busy during these hours. And so I try to be flexible. I ask for you to sort of understand too that to be flexible with me as well, because again, I'm putting it out there for 5 hours because I'm uncertain, right? Life changes and I may have appointments and certain obligations on certain days. So please, if you need to join Zoom or meet with me, just if you could kindly confirm or let me know 5 or 10, 15 minutes in advance. That way I set that time and ensure I'm available. Of course, I might have a doctor's appointment or something, and in that case, I would work with you individually to sort of arrange that. Again, appointments, I did say on here on the syllabus Monday through Saturday. I could occasionally meet on Sundays. I try to take off a day from work, just to sort of relax. But again, if in the event you cannot meet through any of these times, I could definitely work with you and arrange for something on Sunday, unless I am out of the states or country or at a meeting or party or something, family birthday party, right? Kids. And so, yeah, as far as the class prerequisites, ESLL 41 with a grade of C or better, or you should have taken your placement test, right? I've gotten those records. Or actually, I'm sorry, I did not get the records. I'll have to reach out to confirm that you have taken that placement test. In the event that you did not, please take that assessment through Folsom Lake College. Even if you take it at another college, I believe at Los Rios, American River, Consume This, right? Any of those, Sac City, if you've taken the assessment there, I believe they can cross place you or use those tests and assessments rather at Folsom Lake College. Um, this is an intermediate mid-level course in listening comprehension and speaking strategies. We will definitely be practicing our speaking and listening regularly. The assignments, I do ask that you record an audio and video even, right? And so that's to get you comfortable with speaking. Learning English is very challenging, and without using the language and becoming comfortable using the language, I am going to give you bad news. You will not be very successful if you expect to just watch videos and listen and not speak English and use it on a regular basis. And so, yes, every week we'll have discussions, more on that when we get to the assignments, but you will be speaking uh, regularly and heavily, rather. Kind of going on here, these are the student learning outcomes. And this syllabus, I'm sorry, I should have told you, it is also available in Canvas. If you are not familiar with Canvas, please reach out and email me. The syllabus will be here, and then I'm gonna change this video after this one finishes, upload it, and you can rewatch this sort of as an explanation. And I'll do the same every week. I'll try to make videos explaining the textbook and the units, anything that there is I believe requires teaching, right? I'll try to my best to do that for you. Um, Kind of going back here, student learning outcomes. These are what is expected of you, and myself also is to an expectation of myself is to ensure you meet these outcomes, right? So demonstrate an ability to function in intermediate mid English listening and speaking situations, such as oral presentations, class discussions, and group activities. Take accurate notes and use outlining skills during academic presentations. Paraphrase and summarize after listening to academic level discourse and presentations. Understand and use grammar appropriate to the level, including accurate question formation and verb tense usage. Comprehend and use vocabulary appropriate to the level. Interpret and produce correct English pronunciation and apply the rules of syllabification, stress, and intonation of standard American English. What this really means to you, a lot of big words. Think of this as I need to understand these outcomes and create a class that meets these standards, right? What this means to you is whatever I assign, right, or the lessons I create need to be aligned with these outcomes. And in turn, as long as you're doing that and participating and completing the assignment, um, and you get good grades, right, you will meet these outcomes. And so all of these things I have to look at and be very methodical to create engaging, fun, exciting lessons and to ensure that you meet these classes, right? Or I'm sorry, the class outcomes. And in turn, that will be your class. Sort of kind of going on here just because these videos, they kind of go long and I don't know how to like make, you know, like the markers in the videos to get to certain sections. So I try to keep them short so that you don't miss anything, right? And so as far as the textbook pathways, listening, speaking, and critical thinking with the Spark platform, I recommend this one. I do have the digital access version, which is like a PDF file. However, ordering the book is probably your best option. Most students, you can get it at the bookstore. Um, Actually, let me double check on that if it is available yet. And the reason why again is because I took this course just a couple of days ago, so I need to ensure the bookstore has that. I'll do that after this video. You can also just Google search this one, the ISBN, which is like the serial number for the book, and that should I recommend Amazon. Maybe there's personal bias there, right? But I shop on Amazon. It's always worked for me. Students have never complained. And once you type in that code, right, even on Amazon.com, it should take you to that exact book. Um, I like the bookstore. I don't know how much they're selling it for, but it's important that, in my opinion, you get a new copy with the Spark platform. You do need this code. What the Spark platform is, it's like an additional portal or software that is included, right? So in the textbook, I'll explain this in another video as well. In your book, there's going to be a code. You scratch off that code, and then you need to go to the website. I'll show you in Canvas here. The Spark portal, the pathways listening here. I believe it's this one here, pathways listening. Once you get in, it'll say, hey, you need to enter your book code. This is so preview as a student, right? So this is assuming you're in the class, but before you can even see this, it will ask you to put the code in, and that's where you need the textbook. You scratch that code off, and then you're able to access the information. And I do assign work and exams regularly. So without the textbook, without doing the assignments in the Spark platform, uh, it's almost certain you will fail the class. Okay. If you have questions on that, please again let me know. As far as the rest of the syllabus, a lot of this is I have already explained, right? The exam date, how the class assignments will be done. Very important. Check your modules regularly. So this week I've got core syllabus open, right? In a little bit here, module one will be open, and then every Sunday after that, you'll have week two, week three, and so on and so forth. So checking your Canvas, checking your email, the announcements, very important. I'll be sending you all an email to ensure you're in the Canvas. And um, as far as the rest of the grading, right? So Spark platform, reading comprehension assignments, that's where we are going to be. We'll also have assignments in Canvas, the modules, excuse me, the speaking activities that I was talking about, and discussion questions. Some will be focused on reading and writing, but primarily a lot of the discussions will be spoken. You'll have to listen to a couple of students, their responses, and then uh, respond with a written or speaking response. Excuse me. Total points may change depending on the progress and needs of the class. So right now I've got it for about 1,000 points. Uh, we kind of go week by week here. I have it all mapped out if we need additional time to do things, right? So first week of school, my expectation is you get the book purchased and you're set up by Saturday. If for some reason the class is the most of the class is not able to do that, I may extend those due dates, in turn slowing the class down, right? So this 1,000 is set in my mind if we meet all the deadlines, right? So it could be more or less. Um, in the end of it, your grade is based off of a percentage. So 59%, 59.9 is still 59%. That's F. That's a fail. 60 to 69%, that's a D. And then here's where, I mean, an A or B would be ideal, right? But essentially, here's where you want to be to pass so that you can move on and take the next class. The course of sequence after this, I believe, is ESLL 310. I could be wrong on that number, but I want to say that is the course after this one. It goes from 50 to 300. Why, I do not know, but it does. And so, yeah, very important to be on time with your assignments, to complete them in a timely manner, and to answer things as best as you can, right? So, to be successful, read the textbook, watch the videos, do your assignments on time, ensure you're reading the directions, and stay in good communication with me to ensure you're understanding everything correctly. I don't round up. I may or may not give extra credit. um, I know in December I'm probably a little nicer because it's the holiday season and Christmas. So I might give extra credit. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully you don't need extra credit, right? Hopefully you're doing everything on time and it is irrelevant. I don't want for you to be at this area here and then you are asking for me for extra credit or to make up assignments to pass the class, right? So very important. Self responsibility and self accountability is necessary to be successful in this class. Any questions, concerns, please reach out to me. Hopefully this video helped out. I'll be making more videos to explain things in shorter detail. That way you do not have to watch these very long and boring videos. Okay, have a good day. Look forward to working with you.